Contact, 1997 film directed by Robert Zemeckis, based on a novel written by Carl Sagan, starring Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey, Tom Skerritt and John Hurt. It's a science fiction piece that deals with the conflict of science and religion thrown onto the background of a story about potential first contact with an alien civilization. The story follows Ellie Arroway, a scientist working on the SETI project, SETI program for NASA, and SETI stands for Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. She is using powerful radio telescopes to monitor signals from outer space in the hopes of one day discovering something that may suggest intelligence. And one day she does. A transmission seems to be repeating prime numbers between 2 and 101, which is a phenomenon that wouldn't really occur naturally, but the transmission has multiple layers within it, and Ellie and other scientists begin deciphering it, and it becomes more and more apparent that it contains instructions to build, well, something. So I've read the book a couple of years ago and I enjoyed it very much. It's definitely my brand of sci-fi, the type which challenges you to think about philosophical concepts and rather than just show you a spectacle of aliens and laser beams. And as far as adaptations go, this one is actually pretty good. It stays mostly faithful to the novel and to the science behind it, which was ensured by Carl Sagan himself producing the movie right up until his untimely death. There are, of course, some departures from the book, but I think they mostly serve the story. The one change I wasn't a big fan of was how the movie seems to make a stronger argument for faith in the end, whereas it was clear to me from the book that that was not the case. But in any scenario, it's still a solid exploration of the scientific views confronted with faith and political bullshit thrown into the middle of it all. The way it develops its characters is very mature, the performances are very good. I like the cinematography, which is often very elegantly creative, with the use of mirrors, windows and other fun framing devices for the image. Also the opening sequence with the camera pulling back from Earth through the entire Milky Way galaxy and then ending up in the eyeball of young Ellie. I thought that was very well done. The special effects are very good to this day, and there are clear inspirations taken from 2001 Space Odyssey, and in turn this film has clearly inspired things like Interstellar in terms of the story similarities, which is also an interesting coincidence because both films star Matthew McConaughey. Also, I think that the video game series Mass Effect was heavily inspired by the visual design, with the mass relays there being very reminiscent of the alien device in this film. I also found it interesting how John Hurt's character was weirdly prescient of kind of a Jeffrey Bezos kind of character, this weird, eccentric billionaire focused on going into space. And that was, an interesting touch. I liked it. I think it's a good movie. The book is still better in my opinion, but it's a perfectly fine adaptation of it.